Hey there, USA Charvel, Gary Thomas, here today to share a riff with you. This is from the group Loudness, from the song Run for Your Life, from the early USA album Thunder in the East. I'm a big fan of Akira Takasaki. He took a lot of the blues scales, a little bit more technical skills, and really brought us a lot of really wonderful songs to listen to and to steal riffs off, like I did back in the 80s. This riff that we're looking at today is the main riff that he uses throughout the song. He even uses it under his lead at one point. It is a mixture of quite a few different scales. Mike Hickey out there can probably educate me on exactly what they are, but it looks as if it's chromatic and pentatonic. It starts in B, and it also goes into D and then E, and then there's a little bit of a G chord in there. So what I'm going to do is break down the first part of it for you. You're going to start off on your 7th fret on your E string, and you're going to do a skip here. If we look at that again, you're going from your B note the first part of that again. He has a little bit of a pause there before he goes into the next section. And you'll actually slide down to grab the G note. I'm going to show you that part of it. Once he gets to that G note, he actually uses an arpeggiation off of the G chord. So if you add those together, you get Then he does some a la George Lynch, Randy Rhoads type slides here. This little riff here is kind of a crazy train type riff. Once again, all the way through. Finger placement's pretty important in this. I've watched Akira play this 2 or 3 different ways. This ended up being the easiest way for me to do it, using more of a spread pattern. He's got smaller hands. He uses sometimes half-step patterns where I'll go a whole step or 2 steps. Like going from here, whole step, slide. To achieve the sound that I'm getting today, I actually borrowed a couple of foot pedals from my son. I think they're made by Fisher Price down here. He was very generous to let me use them at 8 months old. That's a lot to ask for. Actually, I'm using a 50-watt Marshall head. I'm using a 412. It's a VT 1960 with 25-watt greenbacks in it. I'm just going through a clean channel. I've got an old DD3 delay that I'm using, which I've got turned almost down, and I'm using an old DOD death metal distortion. It gives you a little bit of a closer 80s sound. This is the Zoo Charvel Custom that you guys have seen, that I've played a couple of times. It's all maple body, so it gives you that 80s brightness. So I'll go through this one more time with you. at a slower speed than we'll do. And that's it for the riff today. Any theory on this, I'd be more than welcome to get from you guys out there that know a lot more about that than me. I hope this was helpful to some of you guys out there. Just a few clams in there. Everybody just keep practicing, enjoying the music, and have a good day. Thanks a lot.